before I get started, I just want to throw out that, hey, college has been busy, so that's the reason I haven't gotten back to this. And also throw in a few characters that it's like I don't think it's like count for this list, but I kind of want them to. The first one is Niklaus Michelson, who is the protagonist of the originals, who debuted in the Vampire Diaries. And the reason it's like he doesn't count for this because, like, in my interpretation, it's like he's not a hero or a villain. He's just someone who has enemies. Some of them he deserves, some of them he doesn't. And he sees no limits in what it takes to stop them. That doesn't make you either a hero or a villain. Well, hero / anti-hero, but you get the point, in my opinion. You're free to disagree. The other one is Rumpelstiltskin from Once Upon a Time, and he doesn't fall under this because, yeah, he's a main character, but he's not the protagonist. The clear protagonist is Emma Swan. Now, the actual number one is Dexter Morgan from Dexter, the serial killer who kills other serial killers, so to speak. His philosophy, we see where he got it from, because they go quite a bit into his backstory and the people that made them who he is, and how he chooses to deal with people, and why he has his instincts. And he fits on this list because, like, his core instinct is he has to kill people. He doesn't, at his core, he doesn't really care about protecting people, but he actively chooses to turn it into something productive. But if he didn't have like certain people in his life, it's just like, yeah, he'd go full on a regular serial killer. Which that's important for these kind of characters, is them having like some tie to humanity, so the audience has something to be tied into. But yeah, his philosophy raises questions because it's like, who is he, this man of a very shaky moral compass, to decide who lives and who dies? Well, in this case, especially if he's going by these people deserve to die, these people don't. And those questions, it's like, are wrestled with in the show. Some places do it better than others. The ending, it's just like, I'm trying to find a good way to talk about it, but it really just doesn't work with who this character is. So yeah, that's just kind of a weird thing that happens. Yeah, it is kind of humorous about the fact that it's just like the number one serial killer in their area, where it's like it is surrounded by police all the time, and they just never it's like they unintentionally just come off as complete idiots, which in some places in the show that's actually a fair assessment. Other places not. Other places not. Depends on the context. That's the number one villain protagonist. Actually, what I find kind of interesting is like, it's just like this would be like the perfect person to like be the main character in like a vampire based show, because like this would be like the perfect vampire philosophy of like, it's just like, I still gotta feed, I still gotta get the blood, but it's like I want it, but I want to, but I want to make it look like I'm also protecting people. So boom, only kill people who deserve it. Which makes it quite fitting that it's just like Michael H. Hall was the voice of Vampire Batman in Justice League Gods Among Us. ha- uh, he's also like there's a social awkwardness that like is very interesting to play with like and the people he gets better at interacting with and the people he gets worse at interacting with. It tells you a lot about him. So yeah, that's what I got in the character. I'm doing this kind of late, so this might not be the best video, but there you go. And I'll think of other things to talk about in the future.